Tennessee at LSU. LSU won an SEC game last week with 5 yards passing in the second half. Jaden Daniels left that game. Whether he'll be able to go, hopefully he will be able to go for LSU. If not, even if he is able to go, I think there's too much firepower for Tennessee. I think they're fortunate to catch them at 11 a.m. local time, which seems like a silly thing to say unless you've actually been to Baton Rouge and see how irritated their fans are when they have to play that early game. And it's not quite the same environment that it is for a night game, especially, but they can also get revved up for a big 3:30 Eastern time window game. I think Tennessee covers this game, wins, and sets up the showdown with Alabama next week, coming in undefeated.
I'll be. So would we think of LSU differently if there was not a blocked extra point on the opening weekend? Would we perceive them, even with their recent struggles with the pass game, and Jaden Daniels has been up and down, and they had a players only meeting to try to, with the receivers and the quarterbacks this week, to try to get on the same page a little bit more. But would we think of LSU drastically differently if not that for that one data point there? So I will default to Brian Kelly in close games, and I will default to LSU at home in this. And I just think Tennessee's defense has not truly been stressed yet. And I'm not saying LSU is designed to do it, but I do think that, especially with Jaden Daniels with his legs, and maybe they use that to get him going a little bit more, that I think that LSU can kind of figure out a way to ham and egg this thing.
Yeah, I mean, the big plays are non-existent in the LSU offense, but they are still pretty efficient. They're moving the chains. They're doing okay in the field position battle, things like that. So, I mean, they're a real 4-1. Let's put it that way. It's not like they've been kind of lucky and skated by. Last week was a little lucky, a little weird, but that's just an Auburn game for you, I guess. I would feel better about this game if Tennessee's biggest weakness wasn't they give up too many big plays, because I'm not sure how much that applies against an LSU team that doesn't make any. And that makes it a weird matchup. My numbers say like Tennessee by 1.9. So like right at the line, I don't get a lot of value from that. I kind of feel better about Tennessee just because the proven commodities, the fact that they almost certainly will make more big plays. And that's what's almost tripped them up a couple of times this season. I do feel better about that. And as somebody who went to the Missouri night game last week, first night game they've had there in, I don't know, 26 years or something, that environment really does make a difference between the 7 something o'clock and the 11 o'clock something. So I do feel better about Tennessee here.